Hey Panther family, it's Nicholas Dingle, your host for the Panther Profile. It's a special one because it is Women's History Month, and we have the athletic director, Miss Felicia Johnson. Thank you, Miss Johnson, for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me.
How are you doing today? How are you feeling?
I am doing well. It's blessed and it's Thursday, so I'm doing great.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Um, Explain the importance of Women's History Month for the people out there.
Okay, the importance of Women's History Month for March is an epic. Um, it's just an epic event. Anytime you can honor and all the accomplishments that women do in the industry, whether it's athletics, whether it's in education, just accomplishments and celebrating women is a big opportunity.
Well, every day is Women's History Day to me,
It is.
because y'all y'all deserve. Without y'all, I don't know what we would be. But with you being the athletics director, the first woman athletics director for Virginia Union, how does that feel?
It's surreal. I just wake up every morning blessed and thankful for the opportunity, and just every day that I can come in and make this place a better place and make my student athletes um, understand that I'm here for them. It's just a great experience.
Yeah, that's honestly when I heard, I was like, she got what she deserved, man. Like she truly deserves this position.
Thank you.
Because you've been working hard. I watched part of the ABC 8 where you did race Richmond and race, and you was talking about you started in 1998. So you've been in the athletics program forever, and you've been at the school. You're a graduate of the school. So what made you decide to come back to this university?
Okay, well, when I left in 2002, didn't know what career I wanted to start. I had a degree in IT. Started off at a bank, worked there for some years, 5 or 6 years. Then I got an IT job, and I did that for a year. And I was like, this is not where I want to be. I want to be in athletics. So went back and got my master's degree. There was an opportunity that came available in compliance. So I interviewed and I started my journey in athletics doing compliance back in 2007, I think. Yeah.
Now, what are some of the bumps in the road? How hard has it been to get to this point in your career?
There are always, some bumps in the road. Just, you know, athletics is a male dominant world, and you always have to kind of fight to get your place and get a seat at the table. And so there are a few bumps. It's getting better every day for females and young women and of course women of color. So
Now, I consider you a trailblazer because you may not think like, oh, I just do this as my regular, this is my regular. No, you're a trailblazer because you started in '98. Well, you 2007 with compliance, but you've been with athletics. You was a softball player, volleyball player. You did it all while you was a student here. But for you being the first woman to be to be the athletic director at Virginia Union, now we don't get the recognition we deserve, but that's something humongous. And even though we do have Miss Jackie Williams, who is the CIAA commissioner, it's not many athletic directors for even Division 1, Division 2, or Division 3. So do you kind of take a step back and humble yourself like I may have created a path for someone else that they may want to be in this position one day? Do you think you ever created that path? How big of a path do you think you have created?
I actually will hope so. My whole purpose is to, um, you know, show young females. I didn't know I could be an athletic director when I was a student athlete here. I didn't know I could do a lot of things. It's a lot of things you don't hear about being a student athlete or just a female in sports. You don't hear about, the coaching and the administration part. So I'm hoping that I have opened up the doors for the generation behind me and the generation under me, and even up to like my daughter's generation. So I'm hoping, a lot more doors are open when it comes to coaching, when it comes to administration, and a lot of things in athletics.
Yeah, how much of an inspiration do you think you are to your daughter?
I think I'm a big inspiration. She's here with me all the time. She's at the game. She's experiencing championships. Just bringing in different experience for her, so she can see what competition is. How hard if you work, how great things that you can do. And so I think it's important to show her that determination and that drive.
Now, take us through the day by day of being an athletic director pre-COVID and during COVID.
Okay. Well, pre-COVID, the day-to-day operations, you're busy. You can come in here at 6 o'clock in the morning. There's paperwork to be done. There's bills to be paid that you have to sign off on. There's programs. There's fundraising. There's so many things. Just making sure that each department is run smoothly and everything is done. So the student athletes, they don't know if there's anything wrong. They can come here and just get the best experience and just run their day being student athletes. And
Now, that takes great leadership. And how is it being the great leader that you are? How is it?
it's difficult at times, but I love it, and so it's not as difficult as it could be, just because I've come from the trenches. I know how it is being a student athlete and not getting some of the things that you need or some things that you want, and I use that experience just to make their experience better every day.
I'm glad you brought that point up because a lot of people see it like some athletic directors may play the sport, but not as many sports as you played or haven't went to the same school as they went to. So with you being from Virginia Union and being in the trenches and knowing how, and from a different time period, because it was may have been not worse off, but like not as much resources as it is now. How do you navigate that? Like how do you push for getting more resources in this time now?
Okay. They're like I'm blessed and I'm fortunate enough to my vice president does a lot of the fundraising, and I also have a development and a marketing person. So we're able to get out and ask for money. We also can use our booster groups and former student athletes. So the the doors are always opening, and it's a better it's a little easier to receive that money to help some of the student athletes and the programs that aren't fully funded, or just need extra stuff. So
So let's run off the accomplishments you have done. The first female athletic director of Virginia Union, standardized test task force, which is the most recent, Black
yeah.
History Month tribute from the SYWCIA, named to the nominating committee of the women leaders in college sports. How does it feel to be in those roles?
It's it I just feel like there's just so much more that I can do, and I just feel like there's my voice needs to be heard. I'm fighting for my student athletes, whether they're female, male, just anything. I just feel like there's a lot that I can do. Like I said, being a former student, just working and moving up in the ranks in athletics. I just feel like um, it's work to do, and I'm the one. I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to voice my opinion. I'm going to get the job done.
How can you continue to be the inspiration that you are?
I think just continuing being humble, still learning. I have mentors that I have to talk to. I have other female ADs that I talk to, and I just think that our closeness and our just getting together, running ideas off each other, I think that helps extremely in this position.
Yeah, and explain to people how big is that teamwork aspect because it's not only you; you
No,
have a whole team behind you doing all of it.
right. You have to have a team. You will burn out. You will not get anything done. You have to trust that your team's going to do what they need to do to get the task done, to get the job done, to get these students recruited, to get their situation straight in housing, get their money put on their accounts, get them classes, get them acclimated and graduated. So those are our big goals.
Absolutely. But you also have a team at home. You have your husband and you have your daughter. How is it balancing being an athletic director and a great mom?
The balance, you have to have balance. She's at the age now where she's like playing basketball. She's AAU, and like him and I, we try to like tag team, take her to practice, tag team, take her to the tournaments, and it's important. And the great part about my job is, like I said, I can have her here. She can go to games with me. She can sit in the office. She's old enough now, so I think having that team and that teamwork at home, and then I have like she has godmoms, and I have a village. I have a village. You have to have a village because
Village.
it's sometimes I can't leave here and I can't go get her. So her godmom who lives like 5 minutes away, she can pick her up. I have a cousin that my sister lives here in Richmond. She can pick her up. So you have to have a village. You have to have, help a lot.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
It definitely.
But going back to the administrative point, how do you think more women can get more involved in administration and sports?
I think just getting out there, showing that you want to do administration. I've had tons of people that need like mentor hours. They want to kind of follow me a day in my shoes. Just I don't turn anybody around or turn them away. I'm like, yeah, you can come and follow me. You can come. I'll sign off on your hours that you need for your master's program or doctorate program. So I think just reaching out to other athletic administrators or reaching out to anything or coaching or anything that you have your mindset will help you get into that next step of athletic administration or coaching.
Absolutely. Now, with you being that mentor to people, what is some advice that you would give to that person that wants to be in your shoes, or to that little girl that dreams of being you?
Don't take no for an answer. Volunteer. It's always important to learn every aspect of athletics, whether it's game day preparation, whether it's compliance, which everyone hates compliance, but compliance is like my background. It gives you the rules and the regulations of what you need. And once you have that, everything else is easy. So I just think, just like I said, getting your name out there, reaching out, any seminars that you can go to and webinars is really easy now because NCA and other organizations, women leaders, they have a lot of webinars and things that you can go to enhance your career in athletics now.
Now, how important is it to highlight the great accomplishments by women throughout history?
It's very important. It hasn't been done as much, before, but I know now. Like we have a vice president, we have women in politics and leaders, and just women leaders everywhere. And it's just important to honor them and honor the accomplishments that they are doing on a daily basis.
Well, we just want to thank you for all your accomplishments, Ms. Johnson, your hard work and dedication to Virginia Union. We appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me as always.
Anytime.
This has been another Panther Profile. I'm Nicholas Dingle signing off. Be safe, everyone.